All right, Libra. Leaves, I'm so sorry for being late. I didn't get to air signs new moon in Sagittarius reads, so I decided to do air signs post new moon energy. We are still feeling it, right? So I want to dive in for you and we're going to look at that. All right, we're going to look at your sign right now, Libra, and how this moon is, what you're experiencing, how it's going for you this last new moon in Sagittarius. Okay, I want you to keep in mind too, Leaves, that Mercury, your ruling planet, is Venus, and it's in it moved out of Scorpio and into Sagittarius, where this moon took place. It's sitting there with Mercury. So you could be like overdrive thoughts on, and we all are, all signs are experiencing it in one way or another, emotional energy surrounding our thoughts over and over and over. Okay, so just stay mindful. You could be experiencing a lot of feelings like you're disconnect because of the reflection happening, right? Having sudden revelations, realizing where you stayed in situations too long, or where you left a situation too soon, or situations that, you're in an incubation period basically right now, Libra. And so the feeling you could feel like as you are incubating, a little bit withdrawn, right? Withdrawn from emotions, because that can feel super overwhelming with Venus as your ruling planet right now. And so there's this energy of, with this Mercury energy sitting there with your ruling planet in Sagittarius after Scorpio, right? As it moved out of Scorpio. It's kind of like you could be experiencing different, like almost a walking daydream. And for some, it could feel literally like, like when you're sitting in class and you have these daydreams and the teacher's wah, 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 up there talking, right? It's kind of like that. You can see it all happening and just working, because it can feel so intensive for you and overwhelming emotionally. You could be kind of working in order to harmonize within yourself and find that balance, use scales, okay? You could be working to kind of shut things off for right now, all right? Let's get an overall energy for Libra post new moon. Unseelie Queen, it's in reverse. Yeah, you're talking, this is a card talking, it can talk about our possessions. It can talk about what we value. And is with this in reverse, this tells me that there's something that you feel undervalued. You could definitely feel undervalued. Okay, at the bottom of the deck, the Sigil Keeper, it's in reverse, 38. And so this can feel completely like you're out of alignment. However, you are in alignment, because this is 38, and in numerology, this talks about being in alignment. You could feel pretty ungrounded material wise right now. Okay, don't forget Mars is in Gemini and it's retrograde, and that's the internal external conflict. It's the god of war. So all of these things, it's like things have happened to you, right? And rather than staying focused on the scars, it's as though there's a part of you that doesn't even want to, you're disengaging. Okay, you're disengaging. And if I were to turn this upright, you see the snake, you see a frog, right? Lizards, and all of those things transform. There's an energy of feeling fear when it comes to accepting that transformation, or that something needs to happen. It's like you're not wanting to experience anymore the memories that have felt conflictive or painful, or brings up judgment, right? Because it's like, it feels like a loss. It's come at a cost, okay? And so it's like you want to move forward, and you may be extra active actually, right? And working to, move from one thing to the next, so that you don't have to think of the things that have hurt you in the past, that you felt hurt by in the past. There's some resistance here. And I want to remind you that there's resilience here also. Okay? There is a part of you that recognizes a change needs to happen just for the transit, just considering in general the transits where your placements are for Libra, what's happening astrologically, right? And so there's this energy of wanting to neglect anything that hurt you in order to keep yourself safe and protected. Libra, that went deep fast. Okay, let's look into this. We're going to look into a storyline for Libra angels. Okay, let's dive in. For Libra angels, and again, take what resonates, leave the rest. General reading, okay? Don't force it to fit if it doesn't. This is the King of Swords in reverse, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy, followed with the Moon, okay? Cancer, Pisces energy. Let's get a couple more. Seven of Cups, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. At the bottom of the deck, the Empress, okay? You're working to rebirth the new you. You are in an incubation period, okay? Look at how these two cards, very similar energies. It's like reflecting, don't talk to me, don't touch me. I'm busy working on myself. However, you're also could be pushing things away also. Okay, with the King of Swords. Swords talk about action. They talk about communication. And Mercury, one of your ruling planets, is with Venus and Sagittarius. So you could be working to find a new inner passion, something that lights you up in a way that maybe something in the past has. Just be careful not to get sidetracked, right? Don't get sidetracked. There's also this feeling of missed opportunities. Like you feel almost, the Moon can talk about missed opportunities. It can talk about trust. It can talk about our intuition. It can also talk about the shit that's not getting talked about, but we intuitively feel. Secrets, right? Secrets we keep. So because it fell next to this sign, you're emotionally feeling guarded about what you want and desire, okay? You're not communicating it at all. Perhaps for some of you, right? You're just working on the daily grind, doing what you do, rebirthing yourself, right? Finding things that make you happy, however, disengaging from anything from the past that potentially made you happy or could, but also potentially you felt hurt by. You're working to change habits without communicating this. And you're doing it for your own self-care. Empress talks about nurturing. Cancer, Pisces energy. You've got this is like all Cancer, Pisces energy, except for the King of Swords here, which is in reverse. You're seeking more neutral territory for yourself and questioning what's right and what's wrong for yourself. There's wanting to rebirth yourself. However, there's this energy of refusing to do that, to end something. There's like a holding on of something. Look at how tightly braided her hair is. It's like above the crown chakra. It's like on the outside you look forthcoming and open, right? However, there's some vulnerability here that you're not showing for your own protection. It's like to everybody, to the external, you look like you're holding your shit together, and I think that you are, because you're caring for yourself. However, there's deep-seated conflict and emotions that you're not communicating. Libra. Let's clarify. Tell me why the King of Swords is here for Libra, angels. Unexpected income. Okay, 27, 9. You're working on your own independence, right? Many of you could be growing a business, right? And so you're just not talking about this. This could be what you're not sharing, because maybe in the past, when you did share shit like this, it didn't work out, right? Or it got shit on in some way with the snakes here, and there's another. It's like you chose one path, and now this new path, you're just not discussing it because you're in the middle of creating something. Okay. Tell me about the moon. Why is that here for Libra? High honor and concern, both in reverse. This talks about clarifying the moon here. Yeah, you're working on something and you're not talking about it. It's like you're being very modest about it, perhaps for some of you. It's like easier to just work on it and keep it to yourself rather than hear anybody's judgments or words or anything about it, because that can always get in your way then, right? So tell me about 7 of Cups upright. 2, main, female. Maybe for some of you, you're getting in a relationship, male, female. Okay, we're just talking energy. Maybe this is just even the partnership with yourself. Maybe there's so many opportunities, Libra, out there for you that you're working on. And for some of you, maybe you're working, Temperance is underneath there now, followed with 3 swords upright. So there's something, you could be in a relationship and not communicating that, okay? Starting a new, maybe it's something, whether the relationship is with maybe even a business partner or with a new, like a romantic partner, a friendship, something. There's something here that you're having to make a choice about, because this is clarifying the 7 of Cups. And you're not sharing this. You're not communicating anything about this for fear of it getting, your heart getting broken. Okay. Temperance is Sag energy, and it's about like 1 foot in the water and 1 foot out in order to stay grounded. However, a realization when we keep 1 foot in the door and the other foot over here, nobody gets the best of us, including ourselves. And so just keep an eye, just stay aware of that. Where did I put the cards? Tell me more about the main, female, angels. Mature woman in reverse, gift in reverse. Okay, so this potentially is a relationship starting, whether it could be with yourself or with somebody else. You're completely working on something unexpected and on the underground. You're doing it quietly. You're not communicating. And during this moon, post new moon in Sagittarius, you're recognizing in this incubation period what you want in order to make, recreate yourself, and become healthy, happy. You're just not communicating it. All right. I think that it's a lot of secrets. I mean, you've got the moon here, King of Swords in reverse, and the Empress. There's 7 of Cups. There's a lot happening behind the scenes in your life that you're keeping quiet about. Nothing wrong with that, right? There is an energy here of working to find balance. And it could be as simple, all of this, as finding balance within yourself in order to forgive yourself for staying in a situation too long, or forgive somebody else. Whatever this is, there's a choice here, and it's painful to reflect on the past where these choices are concerned. So it feels as though you're building something and not communicating for fear of the cost that cost could be. Whatever you're working on could be lost. Okay. So I think that you know what this is. If you don't, then maybe this isn't your reading. Cross watchers, you can, watch yours. But there's some changes happening here. And I don't know that you feel that anybody and everybody would understand. So you're just staying quiet about it. And there's nothing wrong with that, all right? So I'm going to leave you with some oracle guidance. Libra, you're working to change your life for the better. And so that's awesome. Stay aware of the signs. Stay aware and alert of the symbols, messages. Don't be super cut off from the external while you work on this, that you avoid the messages that could be working so hard to disconnect from seeing. Okay, because the sign says symbols, signs, and messages, and it is in reverse. So just want to remind you of that. There is opportunities happening for you. That is for sure. Creation in reverse. Discernment and boundaries in reverse. At the bottom of the deck, beauty. You could definitely be in this mind space of post new moon of working to simply just form an idea of what you want after a heartbreak and working to ground yourself without judgment, right? Advice is no matter the hard, right? It's you're learning that everything feels easier said than done. Don't allow anything to get in your way, okay? Hold your boundaries where you need to in order to protect yourself. And this is like a spiritual quest, and not everybody's going to understand your beauty that you represent. You're stepping into the light in this incubation period, so stay focused on yourself, what you need for you, and go with your heart. It knows the way. What do you want? Ask yourself that. And if it's not that you want to communicate, then that's okay too. Okay, allow yourself to hold the boundaries in order to take time for you to nurture yourself. All right, I'm gonna leave it there. That got long, but I hope that's helpful. Libra, happy new moon, post new moon. Subscribe, like, follow, and find me on the TikTok, Instagram, biggest family over on the Facebook. To book your own personal reading, soulshine1111.com. In the comment, that'll be in the description box below. And stay tuned. Subscribe if you want to watch the daily readings. Hit the buzzer. I do daily horoscope reads in the mornings every day. So until next time, be loved, be together, go grow.